I'm tired.
I mean, I like homeless. I just don't want to be around them, you know?
Not every day.
I like them.
Like, but not like up on me.
Yeah.
Not like right.
Yeah.
Right here.
I say hi from across the street or whatever. Are you promoting a book?
Yeah, Top
cool.
Billin. My book is out now. The memoir, it's pretty good. It's doing well on Amazon. You
don't age at all. Look at your
Thank you,
fucking
man.
face.
I'm just trying to hold it together.
No, what do you mean?
Let me get 5 more years. No.
Yeah.
So, and then we could talk about the book. We talk about comedy. We could talk about. Yeah, I got a movie coming out full of comedians.
Yeah.
Called Back to the Street.
I know, with Kevin.
Kev.
Yeah, Tiff.
Tiff.
Yeah.
JB, Gary. We was acting the food phase on. So.
Oh my God, what a great cast.
Yeah, just so fun.
Yeah.
It was like we wasn't even working, bro.
Where was it at? Where'd you guys shoot?
Las Vegas.
Oh my God.
fun.
Oh my God. How long?
Come on.
You there for a month?
We were there for a month.
Oh my.
It was so fun though, because after some days you off, we're in Vegas on a Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's turn up.
Yeah. You get drunk?
Poquito.
Poquito drunk? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you lose money gambling? Do you gamble?
Nah, I'm not a big gambler.
Yeah,
I didn't lose much money. I gambled a little bit. We went to Top Golf a lot.
What's that?
Top Golf, you can. It's so much fun. But I'm not a golfer. But Top Golf is dope. It's like a bar with golf clubs.
Oh, really?
Like only white boys could do this because
It's a white guy.
it's a white guy thing. Black guys and golf clubs and liquor don't go together.
Yeah.
It's a recipe. It's a recipe for TMZ. You feel me?
Yeah. Would you consider Gary Owen black or white?
Yeah, I think he's black.
Yeah, me too. I think so too.
Black in heart and spirit.
Yeah. Because I've known that.
Because I hang out with Gary and nobody white knows who he is.
Yeah.
But
I know.
black people were like, Gary!
I knew when he
Whole
was.
Foods and they'd be like, and you are?
Yeah. I knew when he was in the Navy.
You knew
In the 90s.
No way, you were in the Navy as well?
No. No, he was in the Navy and he was doing open mics back in the 90s, and I was an open micer. And that's how I met him in San Diego.
Right, and the interesting thing about that story, we should be doing.
We are shooting.
Are we?
Yeah, you want to put your head there?
Oh yeah, we are.
I mean, we're going to keep all this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the interesting story about that was that there's a David Arnold tie-in with the Navy. Somehow.
Oh, hold on. I love that man so much.
Yes, sir.
And he passed. And what a great guy.
Out of nowhere.
Like on
a Wednesday.
My God. He did a set at the Laugh Factory.
He was having a great week too, and this goes to show you how we have to appreciate our lives, right? So I have a podcast as well, Top Billin, and he was promoting his special.
Yeah.
And he had called me about a stylist. He was like, yo, B, man, you always dress fly. I got to be nice. I'm doing all kinds of promotions and shit. I want to make sure I'm right. I said, listen, this is what you do. You call Okira and make sure she going to dial you in on the right flavor, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So he was like, all right, and I'll do your podcast as soon as I get back. Click. So I go on Instagram, I see that he had got a car. He got a nice little car and stuff, or whatever. And I think his show got picked up or something.
Yeah.
So it was, as a comic, we get a show picked up or you get a special and you just rolling. You're like, man, finally, Jesus. Jesus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Finally, and I'm rooting for him in such a great way. And then out of nowhere, I was doing a table read, and I got like the weirdest text, and I was just like, I'm not opening this right now because I got to do this table read, and I got to stay in a character. And I was like, oh man, and it's just like we lost so many comedians, man, like Bob Saget.
It's fucking devastating.
I mean, these are guys that I knew really personally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since I've been doing this now, 28 years, I guess. I've known about, I want to say, roughly over 12 people that I really knew, had their phone number.
Yeah.
We would like either text, talk that shit, see each other, in the airport, because we're like a fraternity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, comedians never really have beef. Like, comedians be like, man, you're a fucking...
Wait.
This guy.
Wait, say that again?
Sort of the opposite of his
Yeah,
existence.
say that again.
Well, Bobby got beef with that.
Well, wait.
I mean, everybody but Bobby.
You've never had beef with anybody?
No, I haven't.
In comedy?
Wow.
Whoa.
I just only had a situation where somebody was trying to steal my joke. Like they were trying to remix it so crazy, you could tell. You could just tell.
Well, that's beef?
Yeah, but it wasn't like, I just, like when I addressed it, it just kind of got like No, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, B, man, I love you, man. I'm like, well, then why are you trying to do it?
Yeah.
Like, did you
Was
think
there
of that?
like did he correct himself after that, or did he? Okay, well,
Yeah,
if you-
because what happens is people, this is, Bobby will tell you this. Are you a comedian?
no, I'm not.
Okay. Well, if you were, this will just, when you work with comedians, they rub off on you.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know, like when I work with Bobby,
Like sexually, or?
I'm Asian. No, just joking.
Yeah.
But real quick, like when you work with somebody, sometimes it's just the essence of that person, their energy, their whatever mannerisms. So they rub off on you, right? So then like I work with you and you'll see my set like 8-9 times and then you go do your set and you'll be like, hey, you'll be doing stuff that I'm doing. Don't even realize it.
Especially for someone like me, because I'm kind of like an absorbatron. Like I don't know what I'm absorbing in that moment until I replicate something where I'm like, wait, I know that's not an original thing I just did. It came from somebody.
Right, but comics know shit like that. Like, you know, you'd be like, dog, you really gonna do that laundromat joke? You really?
Yeah.
Like you saw, come on.
Yeah.
You just changed the lady to a man.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then usually it's corrected, but I haven't had, really.
I had a friend I did a joke on The Tonight Show. He did the same exact joke 2 years later on The Tonight Show.
Your joke?
Yeah, and I never said anything to him.
What?
What you-
right
Even now?
I still know. I've never said anything.
Bobby,
to him.
you don't seem like the guy that would let it go.
No, no, it's in my heart.
You want to get it. You got
it's rage in my heart. I'm going to get revenge one day.
Let's call him.
You
Let's
say
call him
who?
right now.
Yeah, I can tell, but you have to beep it out.
Yeah.
Oh!
I was at the Addison Improv. You know how when you're at the Improv, they tell you who's coming up?
Okay.
Right, so they used that clip of his coming up on his thing. And I was using that joke in my act. Right, so I watched it. I mean, it's in the back of the
I wish y'all could see his face.
I know.
Wait a minute.
And something
That
happened in my
looks
eyes
like
when
me.
like I was a reptile alien or whatever. Yeah, right. And I went into like a rage.
Right.
But I was gonna call him, but I was like, why? It's already on TV.
You've never.
He already did it on TV. What the fuck am I gonna do after that?
You've seen him so many times.
Yeah.
I know. So I let it go.
Yeah.
I love you though, dude. I love him.
But
Back to David Arnold though. So David Arnold, for me was I used to live with this girl named Shema Tosh.
Oh yeah.
Way back in the day, Shema loved only black dick.
Right.
Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say it.
Because black dick is one of the best dicks in the world.
It's the best.
You think so?
Yeah, I own one.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been walking around with it for a while.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of know me. You feel me, George?
Yeah.
I
But you've
kinda
never
know.
had an Asian dick. How do you know how? If it's bad or
I
not?
never have not.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I can only go from what I
Yeah, right.
and the rewards have been true.
Right.
know what I mean?
Can I defend Asian dicks real quick?
Can you please?
A little smaller, but they're like Hondas. They last forever. Yeah, so they don't really break down.
They don't break down.
Yeah, black dick maybe breaks down. I don't know.
Yeah,
You think it breaks down or no?
Every now and then you might catch a flat.
Right. So anyway, so she only liked black dick, and so every time, like every morning there'd be a new black guy in the house, and this is in the late '90s.
Okay.
So
I'm on MTV. Maybe I'm coming off it.
No, you were on MTV.
I'm MTV.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And then I remember asking, I want to bring that up later. Hold on. So think of anyway.
Think
so,
of what?
every
Black
morning-
dicks?
No, so every
Stay
morning.
focused, Bobby.
Locked in.
So every morning I would wake up. There would be a new black dick in the morning.
Okay.
Right. So one morning was David. That's how I met David. But another morning was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every day would be someone new, a new
Okay.
black.
A new
That's how I
black
met black dicks.
that's how you start becoming familiar
familiar with black people.
and
yeah.
how we travel.
Yeah, you guys travel, dude. I love it.
I love it.
I love it. So my
you,
point
Bobby.
is that's
You're
how I met.
freaking funny.
But so I met David. So I met David then, and then and because David was a sober guy.
Yeah.
Right. So and I'm sober guy. So he's helped me out. Like I would relapse, and he would help me out. Anyway, when I found out that he passed that night, it was devastating, man.
Devastating,
Oh my god, because he's a great guy.
Yeah, man. And it goes to show you like how you do have to enjoy every moment of your life. Like, there's really no kind of like guaranteed thing, you know what I mean? Because like for comedians, and I'm sure this goes for actors as well. Like we're always waiting to break through. You know what I mean? Like where people start accepting you as a great comic, or people go, "Yo, man, you on a wave," or "Bobby, man, you killed it in that movie," and blah 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 blah. And like we always are waiting for that time. And I just felt like it was so unfair for David, who was such a grinder and like such a comedian and pushing everybody. And he gave me tags on jokes just freely, like, "Yo, that shit funny, boom, 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 boom." He punched up jokes for me all the time. And then to see him breaking through, like he's finally getting his, and then boom, I'm like, well, what?
Yeah, because 2 weeks before, I was driving down the street and I saw the Netflix.
Yeah,
you got a fucking billboard.
And I was like, yo.
And I was driving down the street going, oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Fuck Shema.
Right. You was probably driving the street. There go Black Dick.
Yeah, Black Dick. I know it's Black Dick. That's a good dick.
That's a good dick right there.
Yeah. Pure. So my point is that, and then when I found out about the thing, I just felt like it was so unfair.
Yeah, I did too. I felt very sad that it felt so unfair. His family, his kids, like everything he did during the pandemic, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he really like locked in during the pandemic, really doing his thing. His shtick was his family and like, being a dad and trying to keep it all together. And it was enjoyable to watch because he was just 1,000% honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I got a chance to enjoy him in a different way too. Just, everyone's sitting around. I'm doing my little Hollywood stories in the car, and comedians was just finding ways to be funny, right?
Yeah.
He found his niche and it worked.
Yeah.
So, shout out to David Arnold.
Yeah. And if you don't know him, check him out because he was a great guy. And also, here's another thing about his thing is that since he was sober, he didn't do Coca-Cola, cocaine, or, he was like a clean, healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he
Handsome.
looked good.
He looked good, fit. Like when Patrice died, you were like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want him to die, but I mean, it's
like you could see it. Like
makes sense.
It was very unhealthy.
Yeah.
But when you see a guy like David Arnold who, was into taking care of himself, had a really, really great energy about him and a fantastic smile. I always remember his smile.
Yeah.
It's like, Bellamy, listen, man. I'm not dealing with you tonight.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I would go on stage and just murder that shit.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, I'm not following that bullshit.
Are you friends with Chris Spencer?
Yes.
Yeah. Why is Chris Spencer? He's sort of like, is he a leader?
Is he a leader?
Leader? What does that even mean?
I just think
there's
that,
an air about him.
No, there's something about Chris Spencer, like everyone knows him, and he's sort of like an elder or something.
No,
is he an elder?
He's not an elder. He is a comedian's comedian.
Oh, that's what it is.
And Chris is connected to so many people on so different levels.
Yeah.
From a writing standpoint, comic standpoint, doing shows, hip hop. He's had a couple of TV shows and things of that nature. So his reach is pretty vast. And, he plays golf. So he knows everybody. Like, I remember the funniest way I met Chris Spencer.
Yeah.
Was I was on MTV at the time, and I was being recruited to replace Arsenio.
Wow.
And it was really weird because I was like, I don't know if I could do a late night show. Like I'm like young and like I always thought like late night guys were like mature guys. Like I'm like a kid. Like I'm like I don't know if I could do a monologue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, there was a show called Vibe. So Vibe did.
He hosted it.
And he hosted it.
Yeah.
And it was between getting that show and getting the Bill Bellamy show.
Whoa.
So basically I had yin yang, red pill, blue pill.
Yeah.
And so I met Chris Spencer. There was a guy named Keith Clinkscale who,
Is he Jewish?
It sounds like it, right? No, but he's a brother. He's Black Dick. So anyway,
Black Dick. So
we travel. I told you.
Yeah. Just say BD then.
BD. Yeah, BD.
He's not Jewish. He's BD.
Yeah, BD. Yeah. So real quick. So he was like, Bill, man, I think this is a great opportunity for you, man. It's sort of like a derivative of the magazine, yeah. And I was like, man, damn, Paramount is talking crazy. They really want me, and so I ended up meeting Chris, and then I ended up going to Paramount, and then my shit didn't go. So there it is.
That sucks.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
They pay you all that money to sit down.
I know.
Now you mentioned golf.
Yes.
Again, the second time. Do you think that that's sort of like the ticket into like real friendships in this industry?
Well, I think it's one of them. I think what's cool about golf is that people get comfortable playing golf, like because you're outside and it's beautiful, and you know it's just like it's almost like meditative. Like you kind of calm down. You're not in your office. You're not the big wig executive. You're playing golf and you're like with your boys and y'all smoking cigars and you're kicking it. They make a lot of deals on the golf course. So if you really want to come out with a line or you want to do something, you better start golfing.
I'm thinking more for Bobby.
No,
he has golf trauma.
There's two things, okay? I realize golf is one of those things, but you know, here's another thing is sobriety.
Oh yeah.
So I go to AA meetings with people that are also in the business.
Okay.
You're not in the same environment. You're vulnerable. You're more open, right?
Correct.
And you're just hanging, and you know, you're talking about like love and helping each other.
But do you think that people manipulate the system too, knowing that? Because I mean, that's sort of like a known fact, right? Like you can meet like pretty important people in AA meetings.
Well, I mean, you have to pretend to be an alcoholic. You know what I mean? That's a hard thing. You know,
Hi, I'm Bill. I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Here's my resume.
Could you see yourself ever like getting into golf, seeing as how your dad used your body as a golf course?
My dad used to beat me with golf clubs.
You lying?
No.
Are you dead ass?
No, dead ass.
That's why he won't play.
That's why I won't play. So when I see a golf club,
Like for real, a lot or just one time?
oh, that's his weapon of choice.
18 holes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a 9.
Not a
Yeah.
nine.
Well, how many holes do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 holes.
Right. So
Front 9.
so he hit them all.
Well, how many holes do you have?
Well, hopefully the same.
Same.
Who knows? Filipinos might do it different.
He said Filipinos roll different.
I got extra holes.
Or maybe you're missing one.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I don't know.
You never know.
You maybe pee and poo and out of the same hole.
Boop, boop. I don't know what made me do the sound effect.
What did you wait, stop. Hold on. Wait.
Boop, boop.
What? Yeah.
I don't know what. It just sounded funny.
Why
Boop,
did you
boop.
do that?
I don't know.
Dude, that's if I do a special, that's the name.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, like
Yeah.
a fistula. If you have a fistula, your wires can cross and poo can come out the wrong hole.
I don't want my poo poo.
No,
I
we don't
want my
want
poo
that.
poo to stay in the poo poo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might not be good.
When women have Crohn's disease, sometimes the poo comes out of the vagina.
Right,
Tell me
'cause
about that.
It's because the colon is.
Tell me about that.
It's true.
I don't think BD likes that.
Yeah. You don't like it? You don't like it?
That's nasty.
Yeah.
So basically, the
That's gotta
colon,
stink.
Yeah.
the colon is diseased,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
sometimes it can attach itself and fuse with the wrong
Tunnel.
area,
The tunnel.
and so that can connect to maybe the area that
How
really.
do you know these things?
I went to nursing school.
Be a nurse.
You look like a nurse.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said.
You look like you are
thank
a nurse.
you. It's
like
like
you look like you look like the girl that comes in and has the soft room temperature tone.
Yeah.
You're gonna get better, Mr. Bellamy. Listen, today we're gonna do your medication. Like you have that kind of warmness to you. I can see that. Being
Thank
a
you.
nurse.
I appreciate that.
Like
but,
a warmness to you.
but also, it's just like a Filipino tradition. It's like if you don't try your hand at nursing,
You have to be a nurse as a
yeah.
Filipino.
Yeah, especially I mean, now Filipino kids are doing everything, but like when I was growing up, that was just like fast track.
Yeah, I don't
something
understand. So
medical.
how certain minorities like they are in. It's like my Indian friends, my Caribbean friends, and now Filipinos. That because I didn't know that part. It's like medicine. To help people, that's a quality job.
Yeah.
You never hear a Filipino say, "I'm going to be an electrician." It just never comes up.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, why?
You guys
I'm
don't-
asking these guys why.
Well, no, there's a really, really.
You don't like
long,
wires?
There's a long history.
You don't like power.
Light bulbs.
Yeah.
It stems from like way back, like during the war, when they would recruit Filipino nurses to work here in the United States.
Oh,
So
in
it
the
became
war.
seen as this like status thing.
Status thing.
Yeah.
And it continues to be that, but I think the younger generation now, like we don't give a fuck. We are becoming electricians, and
Right.
Yeah.
You're like,
know.
we don't
Have you ever had BD? You know
what's BD? My
Black dick.
ex-boyfriend was of 5 years was black. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. He
right
was
before you.
Yeah, that's right. So we dated for 10 years. We broke up, but we dated for 10 years.
Oh, so 10 years clean together and then break up for
We broke up a year ago,
yeah,
and we're still doing the podcast together. though.
yeah, but we're no longer together.
We're no longer together.
But you guys are friends like that.
Best friends.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's some like Hollywood shit.
Thanks,
hey,
man.
baby, you know we ain't work, but we work.
Yeah. But you're
You know my shit, I know your shit. So let's just do a show.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah.
That is actually cute.
That's
I
cool.
like that.
Yeah.
But his BD though, he was half BD.
No, if you got a half, it's a whole.
It's a whole.
I've never heard of that
That's the
before.
math. That's the math.
Whoa, that's the math.
That's the
Got a
math.
half. You got a whole.
Whoa, so you're
so funny.
you're mixed with any B, right?
got
You
it.
get, it's
whole.
a whole. It's a
Yes.
whole. Yeah.
If I was
Yes.
a quarter B,
oh, you'd be a whole B.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, Bobby.
Why
You
is
gotta-
it, but if you have a little Asian, you're not a whole Asian.
No,
No, it
it's
could go
a little
either way,
different. It could go
actually.
either way. It could- you know what I mean?
right. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing about the black gene, like the
Whoa, tell me
black
about it.
gene,
Yeah.
is it's very dominant. Like it just dominates. It just comes in and just takes over.
You're asking if my ex had like a big penis?
No, she said. No, he said that. Did you have BD? And you said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 years.
Of course.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's. But can I just? Can I give you?
Yeah.
So if I'm at an ice cream place, you know how they have the swirls?
Yeah.
Sometimes they do the swirl with the vanilla and the
White
black.
chocolate.
You always
Yeah.
taste the chocolate.
That's so true.
Yo.
You just fucking boggled my mind. You're right.
It's not a half.
It's not a half. It's a whole, dude.
Oh, bro.
I'm
about the
sweating.
chocolate,
I never
bro.
thought of it that way. You're right. Anything mixed with chocolate
It always
makes
takes
it
the chocolate, baby.
Right.
Come on, you always take the chocolate.
Right. So-
you can't take the chocolate out.
Right. So if I'm eating meatloaf or pineapple, I'm eating there's a little bit of chocolate.
gonna
It's still
taste-
I'm eating chocolate.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat
Taste the
chocolate.
That's incredible.
Come on,
dude.
man. That's that
What's,
black thing.
Yeah. What's an Asian flavor?
Soy sauce.
Yeah.
You know what? Sesame oil.
Oh, sesame oil.
It's
Yeah.
very overpowering. If you put sesame even a little
Sesame.
bit
But
too
But I
much,
wouldn't
the
say
whole
that's an
thing
Asian
tastes
thing, though. Sesame oil.
I'm
Yeah.
trying
Soy
to think,
sauce-
what would be like a really cool Asian thing? That,
Wasabi.
wasabi.
we don't have wasabi in the Philippines. The Philippines is Asia 2K.
It's soy
Okay,
sauce.
oh, you're
Soy-
right, you're
it's
right,
soy,
you're right.
guys. Come on. It's
What's
soy sauce.
something that would be like kind of cool, like with Asian people that would be
White rice.
No, but rice. The thing about rice though, it's just like kind of bland. It goes with everything.
It's
and
gonna absorb the flavor.
it doesn't ever overpower.
It's so funny you
It
said
just
that.
goes with everything.
Because when I said white rice just now, their mouths got watery.
You saw it.
Yeah, and yours didn't.
No, I didn't.
Did you know they went?
You can't just
they
say
went
white rice to black people.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
say white rice and steak.
Oh,
And,
right,
and,
right,
and,
right.
you know, or rice and peas. Like
Not
you gotta,
steak, chicken.
Chicken, or you got to throw some shit. We always throwing
Not
shit
racist?
on
I
our
don't know.
stuff. We always throwing.
Oh, yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And just sauce. Black people just sauce and peppers.
Yeah.
We always love salt. Too much salt.
Yeah.
We wonder why we did.
Yeah. You guys like gravy, no?
Love it.
I love gravy.
Yeah, gravy's cool.
Great gravy too, like good
Yeah.
yummy gravy,
Yeah.
like that's got that like really flavorful
Yeah.
sort of vibe to it. I like to cook. I don't know. I started doing COVID like just burning shit.
Yeah.
Like just because we couldn't go to restaurants and it was all crazy and stuff like that. So one of my favorite things that I got out of COVID was learning how to cook. Like go on a Food Network, grab all those ingredients and try to make some shit. It was actually fun.
What'd you make?
Wow. One of my favorite things that I made a Caribbean salmon with mangoes and peppers. And then you have to use tamarind.
tamarind, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like it was so
Whoa.
yummy with bland rice.
You started cooking too in the pandemic.
Yeah,
Potato, right? Potatoes. You called yourself the Potato King during the pandemic.
Oh, the Poto King.
The Poto King.
yeah, Poto King, yeah.
Yeah.
I made baked potatoes.
You learned how to make baked potatoes.
You learn how to make bake.
Yeah,
That's
good,
like
dude.
saying I learned how to boil water.
I know, but I did good. I wrap it up, put it in the fucking oven, right?
Right.
I look through the window
The whole time.
because I have a light thing. So I lit it.
Bobby, you are
I lit up the stove.
Okay,
I
lit it
looked
up.
through, right? I think it's ready.
It
I
looks
pulled
good.
it out, put some butter in it. Boom.
Boom.
Poto King.
Boop, boop. One of the other things, I don't know how we get on the food, but
Yeah,
another
yeah.
thing that I learned that I really, really like is the what is it? It cooks fast. It's the stir, not the stir.
Yeah.
It's the
The air fryer.
air fryer.
Yeah.
That
Dude.
thing is hard body, bro.
I have I love hair.
The air fryer can do so much shit. You it's crazy. Like you can just do stuff quick. You can it gives it a certain kind of crispness.
Yeah, like dog meat. Oh, I love dog meat.
Oh, you do no. I'm cool.
But when you get a dog, it cooks so fast.
They're
It
gonna
does.
take our dogs away.
Dude, it's so good.
We're gonna
dude.
get We're gonna get the animal people.
Yeah.
Peter.
Hey, Bobby, let me holler.
I'm kidding. I'm never.
Do you
eaten
think
that.
Open up your
is there
air
an
fryer.
equivalent to like child like CPS for dogs? Because they might take our dogs away if you keep talking about eating dogs.
It's just a joke. There's a, the stereotype that we eat dogs. I just to make a joke.
You look so
But it's
guilty.
not even
You
like
look
a
so
stereotype.
guilty right
guilty,
now,
though.
Bobby. Look at your face.
It's just a joke.
I have 4 dogs. He was a puppy.
You've heard of that stereotype, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
But you don't have family members that did that? Because I do that still
Yeah,
do
Philippines.
it.
Yeah. No, in Korea, my dad ate it.
Yeah, so
Back in the day, yeah.
They
They
used to
eat
hit-
like
they-
fruit
they-
bats.
so it's real. It's all the way real.
Yeah, it's all the way. But back in the day, during the Korean War, there wasn't a lot of like
Protein.
cows hanging out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you gotta eat what you gotta eat.
What does an Asian Korean cow sound like? Muru. Yeah, there were no fucking just cows in Korea. Muru, right?
Right.
Or what's a Korean chicken sound like?
Oh shit.
Yeah. But what give me a chicken sound?
Tuk-tuk-kao.
That's the Filipino.
It's a Filipino chicken. We've gone through
Yeah,
this. We
tuk-tuk-kao.
don't cock-a-doodle do it. It's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
tuk-tuk-kao.
All right. You know what? Dude, chickens just sound Asian as it is.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, you're right. They don't have an accent.
That's Asian.
Yeah.
It does sound Asian already.
It doesn't the way I do it. Yeah. Anyway, but back in the day, it was a cheaper meat, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I'm
like
sure it was available.
It was available, but now I guess there still is a industry in Korea, but I don't know much. I don't know anyone that's eaten it.
Can I tell you a funny story really quick?
Yeah, tell me.
So first time I go to what was it? I was in Japan. I was in Japan, right? And very high end. My wife and I were traveling from. We had went to Bali and we come across we stopped and we was like, yeah, we're gonna do a couple stops back. So we stopped. And we go to this real fly ass like 5-star Japanese restaurant, whatever. And I was like, I'm a foodie, so I'm like, I'm always trying some new shit and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get the motherfucking duck.
Duck?
I'm gonna get the duck.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And they said
you deserve the duck.
And they said the duck comes with this incredible sauce, and it's gonna be live. It's gonna be dope. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm saying, okay, baby, I'm getting the duck. So I'm sitting there, right? They brought the duck out, and the duck was looking at me like this, like,
live. They brought to you live.
no, not live.
I was like, what the fuck?
No. Like when I thought it was gonna be all cut up like
Yeah.
like this and this, but the duck with the beak and everything.
Oh,
but it
PK.
was
Eyeballs.
bro.
Yeah.
Eyeballs.
I was like, yo, like the funny part, because I'm thinking, in America, we used to like this duck and you get the little drizzle sauce.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's gonna come like that. No, it was the duck. It was cooked beautifully, but it was right in front of you. It's like, oh shit. And I can still see him go, man, you picked me? Thanks, bro.
Like that.
Thanks
Wow.
a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I just got here. I'm dead.
They should put little sunglasses on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's sort of why I do respect Asians, though, because in the Philippines, we serve the pig whole.
That's
with
what I'm
the head,
saying.
with
The
everything.
whole shit.
But I think that it's almost like we cannot deny the reality of our food.
See?
So, like,
See, you see what I'm talking about?
oh,
man.
That's not the same, because I'm thinking of the park. Like, when I saw that, I'm thinking of the park, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Or
like-
Donald Duck. What the
Yeah.
wrong with, man?
I think that's what we deserve, like a little bit of sadness when we enjoy the flavor, because like
but it was so good, I just couldn't look at him.
that's
So I
Right.
told, I said, please, can you take him in the back?
And you asked to chop the neck off?
Take him in the back and just cut it up the way I can, so I can't look at it like that.
Yeah. Wow.
I remember one time, I go out with D.L. Hughley, like that's one of my guys.
Nicest guy in the world.
Greatest guy, and he always knows great restaurants, right? So he takes us to some crazy upscale shit, and we ordered like a fish that was like a fucking 5-6 pound thing, and it's like beautifully, and we cut it. All of us can eat it because it comes out. It's so big.
Wow.
But the eyes and everything is still in it.
Yeah.
So they bring him out. Boom, he's smoking still. He's like, whoo.
Yeah.
And then they cut it, and it's almost like a pan seared or like a fried thing. But when you cut it, and the meat is just soft and moist. But the outside is kind of like a nice crisp.
Yeah, but what if you saw that fish? What would you do?
I would eat eyes first.
Eyes first.
You gonna get the eyes?
Yeah,
Fish eyes.
Asians eat the eye first.
Okay,
fight
so
for it.
fish cheeks, fish eyes, fish tails.
Yeah, yeah.
Is my favorite part of the fish,
And collar.
especially if it's
Collar.
deep fried.
Yeah.
Collar. So the head of the fish is my favorite thing to boil. It is so flavorful. The cheek is so meaty and probably the softest part of the fish. And so, but the eyes, when you fry it right, it's just a chip. It's so crunchy and
Gelatinous,
delicious.
too.
And yeah.
Y'all look like y'all mouth watering.
They eat the eyes
So
first.
I do agree that I love this is I'm getting my Filipino on right here.
Yeah.
I think that like the tail, you're right. Like there's a
Crispy
crispiness to it.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's somehow the seasoning is in that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know, I know what you mean. But I never ate the eyes.
Okay, so when you fry a whole fish,
Mm-hmm.
try eating the eye first because it's it's almost like it's the saltiest part, it seems like.
Yeah.
It concentrates the
Does
salt.
it help
so-
you see the future?
But that's what our parents would say.
That's what they would say.
I would say.
And if you bite into it, the juices squirt in your mouth. Yeah, yeah, like
Have you-
one of those
have you
gums.
done
You know
it?
those weird gums that what?
Has he done it? Have you?
No, he would never.
Yeah,
He's-
I've eaten a dick. Does fish?
What?
Wait.
You just said the wrong thing.
I
No, I know. Does
I
fish-
know you've eaten dick,
No, I was.
but have you-
No. Wait. Relax.
Let's get it together, bro.
No, what? No.
You might want to clear this up. This, you know, this is a show.
No.
He think he at the bar. Yeah, I did it.
No.
If you've eaten
Let me talk.
Okay.
While you guys were talking about the eyes, in my mind, I was like, do fish have dick? And then when it came out, I go, I think I've eaten the dick, but it came out wrong.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So
I'm glad you did that. Make sure this stays in the show.
Let me back up.
Let him
Does
clear.
fish have dick?
Wait,
Depends,
Khalyla, do
I
they?
think some fish they
have
just
to.
release the sperm but
In the
it
water,
depends.
right?
But like
What do you mean? So
forget like
she's a
sharks are
fisherman.
fish too.
She fishes.
I catch
That
yeah.
too?
I shoot fish.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
I dive and I
Let's,
spear.
can we get back on topic? Okay, let's go back on topic.
so-
I want to
so-
know
The
about this.
mermaid.
Basically.
Yeah.
So basically, like you forget that like a tiger shark is a fish.
Okay.
A whale shark is a fish.
And they have dicks. I know that.
So they have very different anatomies than something like a parrotfish, say for instance.
the parrotfish has
But
no
not only parrotfish can turn from female to male depending on what the community needs.
trans.
Yeah.
Trans.
Trans
Yeah.
fish. I didn't know they had trans fish.
Yeah. Do they drink Bud Light? They love Bud Light.
What is wrong with Bob?
I don't know. And my point. So there's trans fish.
Yeah, like for instance, like some
You
sharks,
learn something new every day.
I'm learning.
I'm
like you
learning.
think that fish just lay eggs, but some sharks they do live births. There's
Right.
there's like such a range in their anatomy, so it's hard to.
So you're basically saying some fish, like little sardines and stuff, they don't have dicks.
No, sardines wouldn't have dicks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They would just probably release their.
But there's
Yeah,
no male.
they just go poof, and then it just gets in the water, and then it grabs the eggs or something. But I think but I've seen it before for whatever reason.
Yeah. Why do you know that?
I don't know. It's just a random thing I've seen. And then the other thing that I've seen is like seahorses have little penises.
Oh, I love seahorses.
They get it in. They
Pipefish.
get it
how do
in
you know-
too.
how do you know
I
that?
saw that too.
You saw
Because
that?
I saw it on like I saw it
your
on like a
dreams
little
or what?
national. I have very good dreams. Yeah. No, I dream in seahorses. No, but I saw like it was like he has a little thing. It's like do-do-do-do-do. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, so they smash.
Yeah, they smash.
That's
out.
amazing.
They smash.
That's
out.
amazing.
Yeah, and they're
Have
so,
you seen whale dick? Whale dick
Yeah, I've
is
seen
an
'em.
actual bone. Like it isn't something like like the human penis, like blood flow causes it to engorge.
yes.
You can actually remove a whale bone because my marine biology professor would use it as like the thing to stir to punch in his party.
It was that hard.
It was a bone.
So y'all stirred your
see?
stew with whale dick.
Oh my God! Look at that
God.
thing, dude.
Whoa,
Dude, and he's also black, so he's all black.
Yeah. So he's
full-
all.
he's
He's full black, dude.
Yeah,
Look at him.
that's a black whale.
That's a black whale right there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
If
He's
you
got
see,
BD, dude.
You see at the bottom of that dick is black.
That's true, dude. What
That's
the
an
fuck,
all
bro?
black dick, man. That's-
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that's ABD, all black dick.
Look at that thing now, dude. That's amazing.
Wow. Yeah, man, I didn't know I was going to learn so much on your show. Man. had no idea what I was walking into.
That's fucking amazing.
This
Dude.
is
One
awesome.
more thing though about killer whales. Have you guys heard this recently?
You are awesome. I'm just loving you. Like you are a wealth of knowledge. Like she just seems
the best. She's the best.
so
Yeah.
quiet, and she's killing the game right now.
It's the animal stuff, I
You
think.
just
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God. Go ahead.
So lately, there have been these pack of killer whales that are sinking boats off the coast
Yeah,
of
I
Spain.
saw that. I don't know why they're doing that though.
But we do know why. So
Why?
it turns out I think I forget what her name was, Gladys. There was an orca.
Named
a killer
Gladys?
named Gladys. Who was
Wait,
in
stop. Who named does she go? I'm Gladys.
She might have been tagged. So
Oh, some white person called her Gladys.
That's
Yeah.
definitely
Her name could have been Laquisha though.
Yeah.
Yes.
it could have been anything.
Or Ching Ching.
But it was glad.
Ching Ching.
It was
Because
Gladys.
it's an auntie whale. That's a very
It's an
All right,
auntie
my bad.
whale.
My bad.
no,
All right.
it's a
But
very
so
auntie
she
name.
recently got injured by either one of the propellers of the boat, but she sustained an injury from a vessel. And so what they're theorizing now is that she's taught other killer whales in her pack to basically retaliate on her behalf. And so they've been going after boats and sinking them.
Whoa.
So
They're
because,
like
I mean,
Italian.
I mean, they have like they're
Like the mafia.
cetaceans, you know, they have really big brains, possibly
And
like
they
more
communicate
intelligent.
in
Yeah, they
that
communicate
crazy
seamlessly.
way, boy.
So
Those
kind of
things are-
scary, right?
Like mafia style.
So they was like, what happened? You want me to tell you what happened?
Yeah.
So Gladys was chilling and shit, right?
I didn't know.
And
Tell me.
so Gladys was swimming around and shit, whatever. And she was having a good time, her and her cousins and whatever. What happened was they was having a good fucking day.
Yeah?
You know, they was feeding, they were having a good time, and this, big ass vessel came and hit her, boom.
Boom.
Blew her fucking shoulder out
Holy
and
shit, dude.
And she was hurting.
Yeah.
Good.
And the pack was like, yo, what the fuck happened to Gladys?
Yeah.
And Gladys was like, them motherfuckers, they hit me with that goddamn boat, and they didn't even say sorry.
Whoa.
What? Because Gladys is the chick.
Right.
Everyone that come through here, we shutting it down.
Whoa. So that's what went down.
Because I've seen 3 different things on the internet. Ironically, you said that where they're coming out the water hitting it, bro.
I saw
Not
the video.
because they could come from the bottom.
Right.
They're coming out. They're breaching. Boom.
Whoa, dude.
And ain't nothing we could do. It ain't a damn thing a human could do if the killer whale comes out the water and just decides to slam his body on your thing. You better get in the water.
Yeah, but my point though is that you could do this, just not go there. Isn't the ocean big?
It's a very vast.
Can't they go? That's where Gladys' family is.
But that's like, imagine if like,
They travel though. That's the thing. They
Yeah.
move
Oh,
everywhere.
you don't-
They don't just stay in their
Oh, I
neighborhood.
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
See, you know
So
they
they go from Watts to Long Beach. Sometimes.
Long Beach sometimes.
Yeah.
And what
this is in Spain, right? But then there's like orcas in Seattle and like the Pacific Northwest.
ocean
There's,
is more than we can understand, bro. These things move with temperature. These things move to feed for a certain time, then go back over here, and they go. Yo, they're interesting. They're I'm with you. I'm starting to get all deep. But they're just an interesting. They have their own ecosystem. Like they really, really are well managed beings.
They really are. The way they hunt is so organized.
Yeah, it's like a trip, right? If you
Yeah.
get into it, I don't know why I'm in. I'm
No,
kind
you-
I'm kind of geeky, bro.
Who's that old Englishman that does Attenborough?
Attenborough.
David
Yeah,
Attenborough.
you should do him from now on.
What's that?
You know,
David
'cause
Attenborough.
David Attenborough does all
hunting-
those
Animal
Kingdom.
commentaries.
He's the voiceover guy.
Oh my God!
You should be the guy.
You think I should do that?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you'd be the fucking best, dude. I learn more.
You might be, because I'm gonna make it more
yeah,
interesting.
more
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
also-
yeah. I would
it's
make
language
it fun.
I understand or whatever.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
the way you describe like Gladys's shoulder. like,
Yeah,
yeah, fucking dope.
I'm a storyteller.
Storyteller, dude. That's the next thing, dude.
Yo, that's dope, Bobby. I didn't think of that. That's cool.
Let me ask you. I've always wanted to ask you this, and,
Yes.
and I don't know if it's like folklore, but in the '90s when you were on MTV,
Yes.
us comics, open micers would talk how much Bill Bellamy is making on MTV.
Yes.
And somebody had told me you make $10,000 a week back then. Is that true?
I don't know how much I made in a week. I know that I was the highest paid,
Wow.
and I was. When I came to MTV, I think I was making like $250 a year.
Whoa.
And when I left, I
MTV?
was at $600,000.
A year.
And this is the
Wow.
90s.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Holy
Because what happened was
different.
I shot out like a rocket. Like I got, they gave me like a screen test kind of thing. Because you got to understand, I did it for like 7 years.
Wow.
So I got really popular. So I leveraged that.
Wow.
Because the other person that was highly paid was Cindy Crawford.
Shit.
They wasn't paying nobody, bro.
I was on Mad TV. You know how much I made?
$1, right?
Yeah, I made, first year, every episode I would make $4,000. I'm on a network TV show.
4,000.
Right, and they got $4,000 a week.
No, man.
And I was like, oh, fuck. But at the time, though, I'm like,
yeah, because
I was an open micer. So
right. Like, but you got to understand, like you said, coming from an open micer to making 4,000 a week, that's actually not horrible. It's not really, but like, no, it really isn't because you open mic, you trying to get on. I mean, I get it, but like once you get on, like for me, I had two things in my favor. I was not just a guy off the street. I was already making noise, right?
Yeah.
So I was on HBO, Def Comedy Jam. Then I got HBO Young Comedian Special. I was on there with Ray Romano and Nick DeFallo. And I was just like rolling. And then I got MTV, and it was like, they were like, oh my God, we need a black guy that's funny, that knows the music and this, that, and the other. And at first, I was just doing MTV Jams, like all the urban, top 40.
Yeah.
And then when I was getting good at it, I was like, they were like, well, let's let them do top 40.
Yeah.
Pop, like all the pop music with rock bands and everything. So now I got this eclectic, sort of diverse palette for music. So now I'm bigger than that. I'm not just, the black guy over here. I'm sitting here with Kurt Cobain. I'm talking to Janet. I'm talking to Madonna.
Insane.
And so that's how I blew up. So then when it was time to negotiate, get the bag.
Yeah. I know, because we were looking at you going, oh my God, that's the life right there.
It was super fun, Bob.
Yeah.
Everyone always wanted to have that job, and it was definitely a lot of fun because it was like, how hard is it to do comedy? We're funny guys. Like, you know what I mean? Imagine just like being on the beach and telling your own really funny jokes and being in your personality and getting paid for that. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But I just had to know the music though. So basically I could be myself, but I did have to study the music. Like I need to listen to your album. I need to know, producers you get. So you had to get sharp. You had to be sharp on your music. So then when you were talking, you could be fluent. I didn't want to be
probably
like,
had to learn shit that you didn't like.
I would have never known,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
like
yeah.
I didn't learn. Grunge was new. Like what the fuck is grunge?
New.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this shit is new.
Yeah.
Ace of Base. What's that?
Did you have to learn Enya?
Yeah.
Enya.
Alanis
What
Morissette.
kind of music is that, Enya?
But but these genres, you got to understand. And this is why I think people are going to really like my book, Top Billin, is because I'm walking you through, like it was as if a window opened up or just a vortex opened up, and MTV allowed all this new talent to come through it because they were just doing rock. Initially, it was just right.
Yeah.
And then when I got there, like 92, they were like, okay, well, we're gonna take a little chance on Michael Jackson. Because Michael Jackson wasn't even on MTV.
Wow.
So Michael Jackson gets on. Then you got Madonna's on there. Then you got you getting these little cool little bands, Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sugar
Wait,
Ray.
you were on it in 1992?
Yeah.
Wow. What a fun time.
It was
fun
beautiful.
time.
That's when we was buying records. This is when we was going to Tower Records. I used to be at Tower Records for 3 hours buying albums.
Yeah. There was a Tower Records in Hollywood.
Right on Sunset.
Right? Yeah. Oh, no. There was a Virgin one, too. Remember Virgin
Absolutely.
on Sunset, right? And every Monday they would have new release. So I would go there every Monday, and then you could listen to the music.
Bro.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I talk about that in
Yeah.
my book. Is like that was the essence of if you was a real music lover. That was a moment for you. Like if you love music, you knew that Fridays was getting released, about 6-7 albums. The new Tribe album was coming out. You actually knew like every genre that was dropping.
Yeah.
And so you could go there and sample. And they had headphones all like
I
rows.
remember that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? And
Yeah,
you'd be
yeah.
like, and you would come up to me and ask me something. I'd be like, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hi.
Yeah.
I'm listening. You might want to check out this new album. It's good.
Yeah.
And it was like a cool like a community of people that music lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that vibe.
Yeah, that's
Bill,
no,
this might not be appropriate. I don't know if you've already addressed this, but I'm asking because she just played the Hollywood Bowl over the weekend and all my friends went to it. But like, did you have a thing with Janet Jackson ever?
Yes, but not like you think. Our thing was just we liked each other, I think. Like we never
on
crossed
dates?
the line. No. We hung out all the time.
Whoa.
And I went on tour with her, and it was really interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like Janet had a crush on me, but like would not cross the line.
What does that feel like? She's
crazy.
just been like my queen for so long, especially growing up.
I
What does
think,
that
I think
feel
it was my
like?
humor. Like I made her comfortable or something. Like she was like, "Bill, you're so cool."
Who's
baby."
Janet Jackson?
And so, you know, I'm not thinking that this is how silly I am.
Yeah.
She's a superstar. I'm a young trying to be a star, right? So I don't even realize that I could even get to that level because she's selling out arenas and
Right.
I'm doing small theaters and clubs. you know?
Yeah.
And she's superstar and she calls me and says, "I want you to go on tour with me."
Whoa.
And I'm like, "Me? Oh my God."
But
that's
is there
crazy.
anyone because you've been around a lot of dudes, right? And famous people. Is there anyone that you're intimidated by or no? Like you're hanging out with them, you're like, holy fuck, I'm hanging out with so and so.
Yeah, Michael Jordan was intimidating a little.
Holy
I can see
fuck, you hung out with him?
Yeah, because Michael. Yes, that's me and Janet.
Like she is crushing on you. Look at her
Look at
eyes.
her eyes!
Oh,
so
I'm just
funny.
saying, like it was just a natural
Oh,
chemistry.
that's
It was
so
very
sweet.
nice.
Whoa.
It was very nice, and she was very kind to me. I always love her for that. Like she was just like it was almost as if I was a little brother, but then there was always this feeling like you could get it.
Whoa.
Just a teaspoon.
Yeah.
She liked the BD.
Who's giving you that energy?
Oh,
Celebrity-wise.
shit.
Shit.
man. Oh, fuck, that's a good question.
Name the
dude.
list.
Yeah.
Crushing
No
on
one.
you these days.
Dude, I don't look sexual to these people.
That's wrong.
What do you
That's
mean?
wrong.
You think Sarah Jessica Parker's like, I want to fucking no.
No, I think you're such a sexual being.
Yeah, but you're not on the set.
You know what I'm
And there's
saying?
something wrong with you. Like you're dropped on your head or something.
Yeah, she did
I don't know
something-
what the fuck happened.
Something dropped on the head.
Yeah.
But like, just to give you an example on why Michael Jordan was interesting, because I've never felt. Well, there's two people. Well, there's three mics that I've
go.
been around that I'm like, that's.
Can I
a
guess
level.
them?
Go.
3 mics.
3 mics.
Michael Jordan.
Boom.
Michael Jackson.
Bing.
Whoa.
Bing.
Boop boop.
Michael Bublé.
I don't think it's how you say.
How do you say it?
Buble.
Blue Blay.
I say Bublé.
Yeah. This is like a bubble.
Is that a real guy though?
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah,
it's he's Michael. It's got to be a Mike.
Okay, Mike Tyson.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Culture, baby, culture.
Bobby for 300.
Yeah,
So real quick, so what I realized about them was like that was the level of fame that I was kind of like, oh my God, like that's so crazy. Like when you go to dinner with Michael Jordan or he invites you to go smoke cigars, like there's so much prep and gotta make sure this is sealed off and this is roped off and people and this, thank God, this was the era when there weren't phones that were recording.
Yeah.
But people were like staring and like they would come close to the rope and Mike, I love you, Michael. Great game.
Yeah.
They want to get his attention.
Wow.
He's eating and
Insane.
And I was like, Mike, how you do this shit? He was like, dog, this is how I do it, man. I just make sure I'm back here.
Yeah.
I have a good time. I'm gonna tell you how famous Michael Jordan was.
Well, we already know.
No, but I'm gonna show you something.
doesn't know?
This was so crazy,
You
and
don't
I
have to
thought
tell
it was
us
some
anything.
bullshit, but it was really true.
Yeah.
They had a fake Michael Jordan sometimes to make people walk this way. And he
Oh,
walked
damn.
Oh, decoys.
decoy.
Whoa. I do that sometimes when they need decoys from me. We have Dr. Ken Jeong. right. Well, I'm his decoy.
Yeah, you're
yeah. Bobby, go this way. So,
Wait, wasn't your body double like a chubby lady?
yeah.
You lying.
Yeah, I did a breakdancing movie with Jamie Kennedy called Kicking It Old School. And in Canada, they couldn't find a guy with my body. So they found a Filipino dancer because I had a dance and I
Right.
couldn't dance that well. So they got me a body double. So they got a fat Filipino girl.
I love it.
Yeah.
They had a
cool.
white
Yeah,
guy. They had a white guy be my stand-in in Canada. It was because there's no brothers up there.
What? Come on.
No, come
It
on.
was so fucking funny. I was like, I was just seeing them light this dude. I'm like, who the fuck is that? They was like, he's your stand-in. It's really tough up here. It's really tough, Bill. It's really tough.
I don't find Mike Tyson that intimidating because he's so nice.
Well, not
Back in the day, maybe.
Not like
you knew him back in the day.
Yeah, I'm talking in the
Mike now is like, yeah, you can have my number.
Mike back then was like, I'm gonna fuck you till you love me.
But when I ran into him, he's like, you can
It's gonna break you. Yeah,
call me anytime.
I swear, I'm going to hurt you. I'm trying not to hurt everybody in here. Like when Mike in the 90s, Mike was so famous. Like, he was in the news every other night for doing something outlandish, like punching a guy in the face, leaving a Rolls Royce in the middle of the street, or doing some charitable thing up in Brooklyn.
Ear biting.
Bite your ear. Like, so back then, and I'm coming up famous. Like I'm not even, I don't want to say I was famous yet. I'm popular. Like there's popularity.
You were famous. Shut the fuck up. You were famous, man.
But it's still another level. So then I was like, damn, you can't go to the movies no more. You got to have all these security guards. You got to have all these people grabbing on you, pulling on you. And in certain cases in my career where I felt that energy, it was really crazy. Like, I'll give you an example. When I was on MTV, we did Woodstock. And and it was live. I think it was 94. Look it up, see if
you were there.
And I was there. And it rained.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, it was a disaster, right?
It was a disaster.
Yeah, disaster. Yeah.
And so I was live with the people, and they were swarming me.
Oh my God!
I had to have like 7 security dudes just so we could shoot because they were like, Bill Bellamy, Bill Bellamy, we love you.
My God!
And they're all high and they're crazy. And then it started raining, so now we all turned to mud.
Whoa!
I'm doing this, because I got to read the.
Yeah.
And we're live, and they're changing. Bill, we're coming from Guns N' Roses. Wait, no Guns N' Roses, no Guns N' Roses. Oh, you're going to Blind Melon. Hey, but that was Blind Melon.
Wow.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we were live with the truck, and shit was.
But when did it start getting? Dangerous.
It was getting dangerous when it started raining, and then it started to.
A lot of white people. White people with rain. You guys think we're crazy.
1,000% white.
Yeah.
Especially if Blind Melon's playing, because that's what the song says.
Do you see what I'm saying? And then Joe Cocker. Like, look up the lineup. The lineup was crazy.
But this wasn't the Woodstock that, like, the documentary we watched, right? Well, this was it?
Yes. It was 2. The one I was at was it was in Saugus, right?
Yeah, this was the tamer of the
which ones were the crowd was violent?
That was later on.
No, I was at the 94. I think it was 94.
94.
You got Green Day.
Holy shit, look at that lineup.
I know Sheryl Crow.
What's Futu?
I don't know that, but Sheryl Crow.
The Goats.
The Goats. Go. And then I know Joe Cocker performed.
Yeah.
I know
Go down to Notable Day 1. Those are like
okay,
see, there you
go.
There we go.
So
Blind
I saw
Melon.
Joe Cocker, Blind Melon,
Cypress Hill.
9 Inch Nails, Metallica.
Listen, look,
Aerosmith?
9 Inch Aerosmith.
Wait,
Oh my
Peppa.
God,
Bro, this is like white boy heaven.
Yeah, dude.
And it was such a spiritual thing.
What do you mean?
Because I think it rained on the very first one too.
Oh,
so it was just like Jesus came or something.
Whoa.
And so I will never forget, they all started lighting candles, like holding candles up at night. It looked so beautiful. And it was just like mud. And people were on acid. It was crazy. I never been around so many people that looked like they didn't know I was there.
Did you drop acid?
No, but
You could
tell. No, I didn't. But you could tell they were like, Bellamy.
Yeah. Wow.
It was like they were looking at me like I was inside a bubble or something, and I was like, "What the fuck kind of drugs is that?"
Wow.
Yeah, and that was a scary kind of situation.
And were you in a relationship then?
No, I don't think so.
So you could have.
I had a couple
You're
things.
picking.
Yeah, I was very good at that.
What do you mean very good at what? BD?
No. I was good at like having a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was nice times.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, no social media, no, like, oh my God.
Well, that's what I was gonna say too. Like, I think that was maybe just like the most perfect time to exist.
To be innocent and like explore and like make a mistake or two, you know.
Or
You
many
don't have
more. Like have like a real like redemption arc. You made those mistakes. You're not gonna be like crucified.
No one's
for
pulling it up
Yeah.
like you got drunk, you fell asleep in the fountain, whoopie doo.
Yeah.
Now you would be a meme.
Yeah.
You know, you would get ridiculed for going out with your boys and y'all all got tore out the frame or whatever.
But are you, in terms of a comedian,
Mm-hmm.
are you, because of cancel culture and because of the things we cannot say, are you editing your shit now? Like back in the day, we didn't really have to do that, but now are you more aware of?
I'm aware of it, but I don't want to edit like that. Like I feel like I feel like comedians, we should be off topic. Like I don't think we should. We're that's what we do.
Yeah.
Like we're the voice of the culture. We're the voice of what people feel, the pulse of what's going on in the culture, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And for us to be, then you're not really Bobby to me. I'm not really Bill Bellamy if I got to be over here. Oh my God, if I say this, so-and-so gonna get mad. If I say, I'm gonna say it in such a funny way that hopefully it'll make you laugh and you learn something.
Yeah.
As opposed to me tiptoeing. I don't like
Yeah, but I
tiptoeing.
still see dudes though that are being funny, right? But they get in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I've never been like a sort of like mean or controversial.
right.
Like my comedy ain't really gonna do that. Like my comedy makes people crack the fuck up, like, you know, and they just be like, yo, I never thought of it like that, dog. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Like I always think, like I'll give you a prime example of like of a topic that I talk about, like what like you know, booty calls, right? So when I created Booty Call back in the day, the joke came because back then it was really what we used to do. We used to call for the booty. Like, you know, you had a black book or you had a little, you know, you had your notes. We had Rolodexes back then, you know, and you would have to flip, you know, and you had, you know, there's Kim, there's, you know, Stacy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so when I wrote the joke, I was thinking of it like in real terms, like, okay, this is how guys, you know, search for chicks.
Yeah.
Manual labor.
Yeah.
Manual labor. Like, you know, you used to get a girl's phone number and you had to memorize it, right? And you'd be like, what's your number again? Say it again. And you know, now it's like a contact is in your phone. We had to work back in the day.
Yeah, wow.
Like, and you had to come up with like mind games to remember her number. Like 7483, 7483, 7483, or whatever, right? And so when I did that joke, I was doing it in relative to that time. Cut to now, your generation, y'all just swiping. Y'all could just look at a person, swipe to the left. You don't even have to know them. You actually have a picture of somebody you don't even know.
And we can put the full descriptor when we save their so-and-so met here, didn't like the way his, you know.
He stank.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on the road right now, and it's like, you know, I go, what's your Instagram? And that's as simple as, then you can
Yeah, but
DM
that's
them.
such an ick. If a guy asks me for my socials up front, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm out. But
Well, that's not what they're doing. I'll tell you this. That's not what they're doing.
Okay.
They're going, here's my Instagram. And I DM them.
Okay.
Why are you breathing so hard?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He got hype.
There's a more polite way to ask a girl out than ask for her Instagram. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Well,
could
not
coach
asking you for your Instagram first. I think how you do it.
Exactly.
makes it-
Like, have a
it's be like, oh my God.
That's
like,
not my first line.
Get to know you a little
Yeah.
bit and be like,
Bill, that's not my first line.
yeah, it's your, what's your IG?
I go, what's your name?
He's like, I want to see you naked, huh?
I see, what's your name? You know, where
You look like you might look good in a bikini. Yeah, that's kind of what you said. Ick. You said ick,
Yeah,
right?
it's an ick.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't like. Well, not up front. I could coach you a little bit better.
Coach me. Okay, coach
You're
me.
crushing. You are
I'm not
crushing
crushing.
in the dating game. You are.
I'm not
but
crushing.
Are
I
you
think
crushing?
He's crushing.
No, but I'm learning how to do it.
Yeah.
We were together for 10 years. I didn't know how to do it.
You didn't.
When you're in the single life in your 50s, I'm 51, bro.
Oh, that's good though. You look good though, bro. That's not bad.
How old are you, man?
I'm 56.
Dang.
You look so fucking good, man.
Thank you. You too. If you need a haircut, but other than that, I mean, you're fantastic.
Oh, thanks, man.
You got good bone structure. You look like
I do?
you're gonna be out there in the streets killing it.
Yeah.
Bill, what's it like to have coined the term that everyone still uses
I still
to
use
this
it.
day? Like booty call.
it's
Like
so
it's
fun.
everyone still uses
It's just
it.
fun because that's what it was meant to be. Fun. Like, you know, because Bobby will tell you when we first started doing comedy and stuff, we had to be so crafty to say stuff on TV. So like, you know, you do NBC, you do the Tonight Show, whatever. You could not say nothing wrong. They will not air your shit. So we always had to be clever on how to either say the joke or. So booty call to me was just something you could flavorful, fun, bubbly. You know what I mean? So when I was thinking of it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make me a booty call.
Whoa.
That I could say that on TV.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that like officially in the dictionary?
Yeah. And girls can say it. It's not nasty.
It's not nasty.
It's like, oh, I think I had a booty call. You know. Yeah. And when I heard women say it, I knew it was working.
Yeah.
Because women were like, oh my God, I think I had a booty call. Like, you know, I'm like, oh.
So you heard it here.
Yes.
Bill Bellamy was the guy that came up with booty call. That's insane.
Yeah.
You coined it.
Yeah.
How insane is that?
It is crazy. I didn't know it would stick. Like I remember one day, right? I'll be honest with you. I was just like, wow. If I knew, you know, I would have patented and did all this trademark shit, but I didn't know at the time. It's like I was just writing jokes and shit. What
if you had trademarked it though? Like
it would be residual money for everything, branding.
For everything, right?
Yeah, because like Taco Bell did Foodie Call. You know, Booty Call was a movie. There's so many different things that they're derivatives.
You fucked up.
I fucked up. And so the crazy part was when I was watching
I wrote
Friends,
the song Happy Birthday. Did you know that?
You missed out.
I missed out, dude. Happy Birthday is my jam, dude.
That's your jam.
Yeah, dude. Happy birthday to
That's you.
And the only word, you know, that I didn't write is because of the little space when you say the guy's name.
That's the part you missed.
Yeah, well, I mean, I left that open so that you can interject Bill or John or whatever.
You're right. You were kind.
Yeah. That's cool. That was clever on my part, Bob. Yeah.
Very clever.
Yeah.
When I was watching Friends and they had it in the script, I was just like, and I just heard them say it. I was like, this is the whitest, most popular show ever. And they said, oh my God, I had a booty call last night. And I was like, what?
Wow.
That was crazy.
So if you had trademarked it, they'd give you something for that.
Every time. Every time you say it.
Would they use something different? Or they're like, oh, we don't want to.
You can't even fix it because you can't think of nothing that sounds better than booty call.
That's true, dude.
Because it just says it. It's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like telephone. What is she gonna say?
Yeah.
It's telephone. It's a telephone. It's like
fucking
because it's
crazy.
saying it without saying it, it's like bam, right in the pocket. And then the funny part was it backfired on me too, because when I was single and you know, I would have, you know, somebody come over or whatever, and this chicks be like, am I a booty call or is this like am I gonna see you again or am I a booty call? Like I always had to like go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
whoa.
Did you ever you spent the night? You did good.
Do you ever tell people when people didn't believe that you came up with it? Have you had that
No,
argument?
people know.
People, okay.
Especially comedians.
Yeah.
Like, comedians know and shit like that. But people that just caught it in their culture, like caught it off of TV, they not gonna go backwards and find it. They just gonna know what it is and say it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's incredible.
Like what's a trip, right? So I did this movie called How to Be a Player, right?
Yeah.
How to Be a Player is mentioned. My name is mentioned on so many hip hop records because of that movie.
Wow.
I just saw Nicki Minaj did a song, and it was like, what you trying to tell me? You ain't no player. You ain't Bill Bellamy.
Oh, I love Nicki
Like,
for that.
oh, Nicki, thank you.
Oh
boo-boo.
my God.
So many different ways they are. It is like, how do you know what you're going to do in the culture? Like, how the hell you gonna know which joke is your like landmark? How you know which movie role is gonna be the one that knocks you into like legendary status? You never know.
Yeah, but I've never come up with anything.
You better hurry up.
I mean, how come I haven't come? What have I come up with?
I mean,
Nothing.
That's sort of my
What?
corn.
Corn?
Yeah, corn.
Yeah, but that's not in part of the fucking
culture.
Mad
Mad TV.
What I'm saying, what he's saying, what Bill's saying. I've said nothing.
You know what my fear
What?
is, like moving forward and like dating, you know, after you, is that the association between just Bobby and Khalyla is very strong.
Yeah.
And like I don't know if anyone can like compete with that.
You guys are like, you guys are interesting.
I know because I was with the girl.
Because it's like, you know what's so interesting? I don't even know y'all like this. I know Bobby, but I don't know you.
Yeah.
What's interesting is you guys dated for 10 years, right? how many years you been broke up?
1.
Okay. Here is the most interesting thing that I think you guys should do a show based on just the complexity of that. Because we're not together, but we're together. But we're not. You know what I mean? You're like Sonny and Cher or some shit.
Yeah.
And so, but what's cool about her is she really knows you.
Yeah.
And it's like your best friend kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she accepts you to be who you are, and it's kind of beautiful to watch like this. And you have a respect for her in a way that's so insane.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That he got that from not knowing you.
Every girl that I try to link up with, they bring your name up.
What did they say though?
They always go, well, I mean, you know, I'm a huge fan of Khalyla too.
so weird.
And I'm like, oh
So
yeah,
weird.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
because she is like, damn, it's so hard to say.
It's so hard.
Can I just say how I feel?
Yeah,
of
tell me,
course,
say whatever you want.
She is the perfect yin to your yang.
Oh God, man.
This is not helping.
No, but what I'm saying is in just I'm an energy guy, right?
All right.
So with the energy I am, because you're like this,
Chaos. Yeah.
you straight tsunami.
Tsunami. Yeah.
You tsunami.
I'm coming.
You coming in hard, and you might swirl left, you might swirl right.
yeah.
What's cool about her is she centers it, right? So I like how you guys are able to be funny together. You guys are like, this show is definitely has to have both of you guys.
You're right.
It's like it can't exist without both of you guys. You guys just have this great
Thanks, Bill.
thing. I'm sure you know your other chicks don't want to hear this, but you the shit.
No, she is the
Yeah.
shit.
You're the shit, and like
Also,
you're a good person, and you're like warm. Like there's this, it's like a warm energy about you.
Yeah, I know,
You know,
man.
and you seem like you take your time and you think about what you're gonna say.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. And also, like, worth saying, like, I really want Bobby to find someone great.
Yeah.
And I hope that I'm somebody she can have in her life as, like, an accessory to knowing him better.
But that's, I mean,
But you the cheat code. You could help her.
I think so, too.
You could be like, if she's not intimidated by you, you could be like, bitch, I can help you.
I really could.
Like
really
I could tell you how Bobby is, and you can help, and you and Bobby could have a great relationship, and I can be your counselor.
Sounding board.
Soundboard.
Yeah.
Because you probably had in 10 years, you went through the shit with him.
I did, yeah.
And now y'all better for it.
But what sucks is that like when I'm with a new person or I'm trying to meet somebody, I always compare them to her, and she's so great. It's difficult.
Yeah, but you don't. Here's why you shouldn't compare them to me, because we didn't work out. Maybe something that who she is
It's different.
that's very different for me might work out better for you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But just take the good stuff out. So like Khalyla, take the good bookmarks. Do. Because those things that work for you. Those are good bookmarks. It might not be the entire thing, but the good bookmarks, because you want that in your life, right? So then you take the 4 or 5 great bookmarks that you'd really like, and then you make sure you remember those, and then you build on those. Because in relationships, there has to be like, you know what I mean? Because we're all not the same, and we kind of got to gel and we move, and you know what I mean? But like what I like that I feel though is there's an understanding here somehow. Like,
Okay, yeah. I got you.
I'm sorry.
No, Bill,
I'm
no, I
sorry.
got you. No, Bill, I love
I'm sorry, but I feel like
I don't-
Bobby. I feel like I love you enough. I could tell you.
And also, can I just say this? Other people have said the same thing.
Right.
Okay, so it's like I get it. You know, I love her so much.
Just clone her.
I'm gonna clone.
Yeah, like fuck that, baby. I got my own motherfucking Khalyla, baby. And she come in here, bitch. Who are you? You.
You know,
That would be so funny.
I want to be honest. I can't. You know, honestly, from
That
the
would be
hour that
funny
we
as
sat
fuck.
here, I thought to myself, how come I'm not friends with this guy? This guy, you're a cool dude, man.
Thank you too,
And I can't
man.
believe you haven't done this podcast before.
I did it because of you.
All right.
I always liked you, Bobby.
I like you.
I like you. Always give good energy. Like I always see you. I can see you at Laugh Factory. This.
All right.
And you're like Bellamy.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But you're always in the quick bursts.
I do quick bursts.
Yeah. Like you don't stick around there. Like I'll be talking to you. I'll say, Bobby. You see, Bobby.
I tap and go. I tap and go.
Oh.
Yeah. I tap and go, dude.
Bobby was just
Interesting.
right there. You know.
I nut and I leave.
You nut and you go.
Yeah. That's my MO.
Booty call. Booty call.
Booty call. Dude. I booty call. Socially.
But you have to, Bobby. You have to get my book. you got to read it, or maybe the audiobook might be better because it's so fun.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
because I do it like
you're doing the.
I'm doing it.
Okay,
so you're gonna be cracking up and I'm doing it in my voice and whatever.
So what's the book again?
Right there.
It's Top Billin, stories.
Check out Top
of
Billin,
laughter,
guys.
lessons, and triumph, and it's just really a great ride. Like how our conversation is today. I'm so happy I did this with you guys because you guys are like amazing, man.
Congrats on the book, Will. This looks really cool.
That looks so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, and it's about like just pushing through, man. Like never giving up on yourself. I had a lot of setbacks in my life. I lost my mom, dad, brother. Like it was just crushing. You know what I mean? And you still got to figure out how to get through it and laugh and and take one day at a time. You know what I mean? Like with David Arnold, somebody very personal, Bob Saget. Like these guys are good people. You don't know why things happen. And like, well, you know what? Let's do the best we can while we can.
Yeah.
Like with people like you guys be best of friends. Like work together, forgive each other. Say you're sorry sometimes. We don't get it right. We don't get it right. We don't get it right. But like let's leave love in the game.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that.
What I mean?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Is there any movies and stuff you want to plug that coming out?
Yeah. Oh, so August 2023, we got Back to the Strip. It is Wesley Snipes, Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish,
Snipes.
Faison Love, JB Smooth.
Holy fuck.
I love him. It's like Bellamy. I swear, man. Every time. You always make me laugh. I love JB.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
This looks so good.
Gary. Oh yeah, it's great. And
Look at that
we
thing.
play strippers and shit.
Oh,
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
great, dude.
Yeah, it's really like, we over trying to be sexy, but whatever. And so that comes out. And then my podcast as well is on, it's called Top Billin.
Top Billin.
With Bill Bellamy. And it's on Apple and Spotify and YouTube.
Yeah, you just had Ari Spears on.
Yeah, Aries.
Aries.
I just had Aries Spears on and he had a really lot to say.
He's got a lot to say.
Yeah. Not just like you.
Yeah.
He got a lot.
He's mad at me.
He is.
they got history.
Again? Bobby, why you falling out with everybody?
Yeah, he's mad at me.
You got beef.
I got beef.
Can you repair this
No, I'll do it. I'll do it on my own.
Can we have Aries on?
We'll get him on.
and have Bill referee?
Yeah. He wants to hurt me.
Why? He's in a good
I talk
place
shit.
right
I talk shit.
You talk a lot of shit.
I talk a lot of shit.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Do you talk shit and run?
I tap and go. I tap and go, dude.
Booty call.
Anyway, give Bill Bellamy, dude. You crushed it. Anytime you want to
man.
promote anything, come to us, please.
I love you.
I love you so much.
Hey, man, you a good dude.
Amazing.
Ay, makabulo.